Hi folks, it's John from lastchanceautore.com. Today I'd like to share with you an update. We're making lots of progress on the 1981 Toyota Land Cruiser, the FJ40, the custom build. In our previous video we shared with you the condition of the doors. So just as a refresher, we completely stripped all of the body filler, paint, primers and so on down to bare metal. We exposed all of the rust through and holes both on the outside of the door but also on the inside of the door, to both this one being the driver's side and the other one being the passenger side. So since then what we've done is we've cut away, and I think the camera can probably come in a little bit closer. Now that all of the patching is done, essentially what's happened is we've cut out this whole corner, or this curve. We've cut it all out, we've made new metal, welded it in and ground it smooth. And then there was some rust holes through here, which we welded closed. And then from the outside, once again, hard to see probably, I'm guessing with the camera, but from here to here, we cut all of this steel out and we made a new piece and new shape to go in there, and then did the round over. So this is on the driver's side, outside of the door. Now if we look at stay with the driver's side door, on the inside, I'm not sure how well the camera can pick it up, but we have got all new steel all the way across the inside of the skin. From here, and you can see we still have a little bit of welding to do here in the edge, but we have all the shape is done, and we've gone, because it was all pinholes and rotted right from one end all the way to the other. So that's all new steel to the complete inside of the driver's door. So now we go to the passenger door. Same kind of idea. We had quite a few sections or areas, so once again we went from here to here, and that's all new steel. Cut out the old and welded in the new. This you can see are spot welds from the back side where we did a repair, and then this full corner here, from here to there, is all new, and you can see the contour and the shape is just like the factory. So with our English wheel and some hammer and dollying, we were able to get the shape that we need for this FJ40. And then on the back, if I turn this, you can now see the underside, or the inside, where we had some repairs we had to do in the upper portions, where we cut out the steel and put in new steel here. And then once again, from that corner all the way across to here is all new steel, because it was all rotted through, and there's a bunch of body filler that was hiding all of the rust through there. So now we've got all bare steel from sandblasting. We have all the new steel that we fabricated and put in place. So now we'll be able to treat this and get it ready for the two-part black epoxy, which will seal all of the bare steel, and then we can continue with some body work. So that's the doors of the FJ40, and then we're making lots of progress on the two side rear panels. So this is the driver's side rear panel. In a previous video, we were talking about the amount of work that needed to be done with the patching and the metal in the back and the block sanding after the two-part black epoxy. So now we've continued with the smoothing. As I mentioned in an earlier video, because it was more of a utility vehicle, Toyota doesn't refinish these side panels perfectly smooth. So it has some stamping ripples and all the spot weld holes. There's always evidence of where they welded it. So we want, because it's going to be a show vehicle and a custom vehicle, what we wanted to do is make sure that we smooth this all out. So after this had a two-part black epoxy, we applied 3 coats of a gray high build primer. We started block sanding the whole thing at 120 grit. It showed all the flaws and imperfections, and then we applied smoother where needed and blocked it all out. So this is the next stage, because we've done that twice. So we're ready to apply 3 more coats of a high build primer, and then we'll be blocking this at 180. And then you can see over here is that's the passenger side rear panel, and this is the driver's side panel. So when we look at this, you can see this was in worse shape on the driver's side for some reason than the passenger side was. But you can see there's quite a bit of smoother that was needed in more areas, if you will, and along the back corner. We hammer and dolly excuse me, the best we could to get it closer or smoother. And then, excuse me, and then we have some smoother in this area. So we've gone from 80 grit all the way to 180. So now this will also be ready for high grade primer. So lots of progress. This is the custom build of the 1981 Toyota FJ40 Land Cruiser. I thank you for watching. I'm John from lastchanceautore.com.